Ever wondered about the differences between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV, two major forks of the original Bitcoin? Well, you're not alone. The world of cryptocurrencies is ever evolving, and it's easy to get lost in the jargon. So let's break it down. At its core, a Bitcoin fork is like a divergence in the road. It's a split from the original Bitcoin blockchain, leading to the creation of a new version of Bitcoin with its own unique rules and characteristics. That's exactly what happened with Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. Despite sharing the same ancestry, they've steered in different directions, each aiming to overcome what they perceive as Bitcoin's limitations. They're like siblings, born of the same parent but with their own distinct personalities and goals. This divergence makes for an interesting comparison, doesn't it? So, let's delve deeper into the distinct characteristics of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin Cash came into existence in August 2017, but what led to its creation? The story of Bitcoin Cash begins with the original Bitcoin, the world's first cryptocurrency, which was created by an entity known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin was designed to be a decentralized peer-to-peer electronic cash system, free from the control of any central authority. However, as Bitcoin gained popularity and more transactions began to take place, scalability became a significant issue. To put it simply, Bitcoin's block size limit was just 1 megabyte. This limit was deliberately put in place to prevent spam transactions, but it also meant that Bitcoin could only process a limited number of transactions per block, about 7 per second. When compared to traditional payment systems like Visa, which can handle thousands of transactions per second, Bitcoin's limit was a significant handicap. This limitation led to longer transaction times and higher fees, which went against Bitcoin's original vision of a frictionless, low-cost payment system. The Bitcoin community was divided on how to solve this issue, leading to heated debates and disagreements. Some proposed increasing the block size to allow more transactions, while others suggested optimizing the existing structure. In August 2017, the divide within the Bitcoin community led to a hard fork, a permanent divergence from the original Bitcoin blockchain. This fork resulted in the creation of a new cryptocurrency, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash increased the block size limit to 8 megabytes, with the goal of speeding up transaction times and reducing fees. It aimed to restore the original vision of Satoshi Nakamoto, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system that's fast, cheap, and decentralized. Bitcoin Cash was designed to be used for everyday transactions, from buying a cup of coffee to paying for online services, all with minimal fees and wait times. So, Bitcoin Cash was all about increasing transaction speed and reducing fees. But how does Bitcoin SV fit into the picture? Fast forward to November 2018, and another fork emerged from Bitcoin Cash, named Bitcoin SV. Now, Bitcoin SV stands for Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. As the name suggests, it's a cryptocurrency that was created with the intent to fulfill Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision for Bitcoin. This fork was led by the controversial figure Craig Wright, who claims to be the elusive Satoshi Nakamoto, and Calvin Ayre, a billionaire entrepreneur. The primary objective behind the creation of Bitcoin SV was to restore the original Bitcoin protocol, keep it stable, and allow it to massively scale. The creators of Bitcoin SV believed that the changes introduced by Bitcoin Cash were unnecessary and were straying too far from the original concept of Bitcoin. They sought to bring Bitcoin back to its roots. One of the key features of Bitcoin SV that sets it apart is its increase in block size. If you recall, the block size is essentially the amount of data that can be stored in each block of the blockchain, and this has a direct impact on the speed and volume of transactions that the network can handle. Bitcoin SV raised the block size limit to a staggering 128 megabytes, compared to Bitcoin Cash's 32 megabytes. This was a bold move, aimed at significantly improving the efficiency and scalability of the network. Bitcoin SV's larger block size allows it to process transactions faster and cheaper than Bitcoin Cash, making it more attractive for businesses and enterprises that need to process large volumes of transactions quickly. It's also a key part of Bitcoin SV's aim to become the global public ledger of the future. However, it's worth noting that this increase in block size was not without controversy. Critics argue that larger block sizes make the blockchain more vulnerable to certain types of attacks and could lead to increased centralization, which goes against the very principles that Bitcoin was founded upon. This brings us to the question, what sets these two forks apart? Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV, two forks with different visions. But what are the key differences? Let's dive into it. First off, let's talk about transaction speed. Bitcoin Cash is designed to handle a higher volume of transactions per second compared to Bitcoin SV. This is due to its larger block size, which we'll get into shortly. Bitcoin SV, on the other hand, while not as fast, still offers a respectable transaction speed that is more than sufficient for most users. Now onto block size. Bitcoin Cash has a block size of 32 megabytes. This is significantly larger than the original Bitcoin's 1 megabyte limit, allowing for more transactions to be processed in each block. Bitcoin SV, however, takes this a step further. It has a block size of a whopping 128 megabytes, 4 times that of Bitcoin Cash. This allows for an even greater number of transactions to be processed in each block. Next up, scalability. Both Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV aim to scale the Bitcoin network to handle more transactions. However, they approach this in different ways. Bitcoin Cash aims to scale by increasing the block size, as I mentioned earlier. This allows for more transactions to be processed at once, increasing the overall capacity of the network. Bitcoin SV, on the other hand, aims to scale by optimizing the software and hardware that the Bitcoin network runs on. This includes things like improving transaction processing efficiency and increasing network bandwidth. Community support is also a key factor. Both Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV have strong communities, but they have different focuses. The Bitcoin Cash community is largely focused on making Bitcoin a practical everyday currency. They aim to make it easy to use for everyday transactions like buying a cup of coffee. The Bitcoin SV community, on the other hand, is more focused on creating a stable, scalable platform for businesses to build on. They see Bitcoin not just as a currency, but as a platform for a whole new generation of applications. Finally, let's talk about the different goals of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin Cash aims to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, as described in the original Bitcoin white paper. This involves making Bitcoin easy to use for everyday transactions. Bitcoin SV, on the other hand, aims to fulfill the original vision of Bitcoin as a stable, scalable platform for businesses to build on. This involves creating a robust, reliable network that can handle a large volume of transactions. As we can see, despite their common roots, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV have taken different paths in their quest to fulfill the original vision of Bitcoin. So we have explored the histories and key differences between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. In our journey today, we've delved into the crux of the schism between these two significant Bitcoin forks. Bitcoin Cash, born of a desire to improve Bitcoin's scalability, introduced a larger block size to enable more transactions per block. This feature has made it a favored choice for those who value efficiency and practicality in their cryptocurrency dealings. On the other hand, Bitcoin SV, or Satoshi's vision, aims to stay true to the original Bitcoin white paper penned by the elusive Satoshi Nakamoto. It boasts an even larger block size than Bitcoin Cash, aiming to massively scale on-chain and restore the original Bitcoin protocol. This adherence to the original vision makes it attractive to purists in the cryptocurrency world. While their differences are clear, both Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV share a common goal: to improve upon the original Bitcoin and make it more user-friendly and efficient for the world at large. Looking to the future, it's important to remember that the cryptocurrency landscape is as dynamic and unpredictable as it gets. Both Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV have shown resilience and adaptability, each carving out its own niche in the crypto market. Their future will undoubtedly be shaped by technological advancements, regulatory changes, and shifts in user preference. But let's be clear here. This isn't a contest with a definitive winner. Each fork has its unique features and distinct goals. Your preference between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV will largely depend on your personal beliefs and what you value in a cryptocurrency. Do you lean towards practicality and efficiency, or do you value adherence to the original vision of Bitcoin? Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed and understand the differences before you decide to invest in either Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin SV. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.